Hey there everyone! As you know, this video is about the episode summary for 3 Body Season 1, Episode 14. This is a really in-depth episode and heavy in information and exposition. You really need to stop and listen to what's being explained. But trust me, it's all important, and I'm about to share why. In this episode, we see Ye Wenjie begin her time at Red Coast, and her journey with Yang Wei-Niang, Lei Zicheng, and Liu. The relationships of this strange triangle are complicated, and very politically charged. As Ye begins to delve deeper into the inner workings of Red Coast, she begins to understand what the project is really about. It turns out there is a lot more at stake than just satellites and transmissions. Liu is actually trying to show his passive-aggressive dissent, and Yang is trying to keep Ye in the dark. The episode is also key in regards to Science Grandma. We begin to learn why she is so pivotal to Wang Miao's investigation. She has a hidden agenda, and it is coming more to light with each passing episode. What happened to Ye in the intervening decades? What is the real mission of Red Coast? These are questions that we are left with this episode, but fret not, that's what the rest of this video is for. So give this video a like if you're ready to dig deeper into the secrets of the three-body problem. And don't go anywhere, there's much more I'm about to uncover for you. Let's get digging. Ye Wenjie, Wang Ziwen, begins her time at Red Coast, doing menial work, cleaning the machines with a guard always accompanying her to make sure she doesn't sabotage them. Ye notices a computer glitch, and reports it to Chief Engineer Yang Wei-Ning, Tu Song-yan. Political Commissar Lei Zicheng, Zhang Fan, is impressed with her and insists on promoting her to head of maintenance, which Yang is reluctant to do. Ye quickly earns the respect of the Red Coast workers, and she's more than willing to help in any way she can, staying late and even volunteering her services. All the while, she continues to pick up on the tension between Yang and Lei, who have a seemingly antagonistic relationship. When one of the nightly satellite transmissions fails, Ye tries to report a fault she found in the maintenance report, and discovers that Liu had originally identified the fault in his daily report, but crossed it out. Lei storms in, frustrated at the latest failure, and insists that Ye be promoted to head of transmission, replacing Liu. Yang isn't happy about that, but Lei reminds him that Red Coast must produce real results. When Lei finds Ye applying to upgrade the outdated equipment at Red Coast, he takes her more into his confidence and tells her what the project is really about. The satellite transmissions every night are test firings of concentrated microwave beams, designed to destroy the enemy's spy satellites. Lei's story about Red Coast being a weapon is a cover story, and Yang's relationship with Ye becomes chillier. The information explained in this episode is all heavily tied to the drama and hidden agendas of Yang, Lei, and the party. Also, lurking underneath Red Coast is the power of politics, something Yang and Lei understand. With this information slowly starting to become clear, Ye is slowly beginning to understand what is going on, although not as much as Yang and Lei do. The imagery of hundreds of dead birds falling out of the night sky is the aptest metaphor for the state's coldly ruthless pursuit of power. Now you know more about what this episode covers and the implications of the events. In the next section, we are going to delve deeper into political intrigues at Red Coast. Keep your eyes peeled for what secrets will be revealed. Ye's relationship with Yang and Lei is complicated by the tension lurking beneath the surface. It's clear that she is not entirely trusted by either of them, despite demonstrating her intelligence and capabilities. Yang, in particular, is unwelcoming and makes his thoughts clear, leaving Ye feeling unwelcome and confused. However, Lei's faith in her is unwavering. Despite Yang's mistrust of Ye, she is determined to prove her loyalty to the base and continues to work hard. Although Yang and Lei clash often, they are united in the belief that results must be produced from Red Coast. Politically, their views on Ye differ as Lei decides to promote Ye to head of transmission over Yang's objections. It's also possible that both Lei and Yang see her as being an instrumental part of the mission at Red Coast differently. However, these thoughts are yet to be revealed. As the episode progresses, so does the relationship between the trio. Ye continues to prove herself, and Lei develops a healthy respect for her capabilities. Despite never openly admitting it, Lei employs her help in trying to carry out the mission, something Ye is willing to do to prove her loyalty. Meanwhile, Yang appears to have accepted that Ye will stay at the base for the time being. When Ye is invited into the inner circle of Red Coast's workings and is told about the true mission of destroying enemy satellites, she is happy to be of use. The episode ends with Ye willing to stay at Red Coast for the rest of her life. What secrets will be revealed over the intervening decades? With conflicting values and ambitions between Ye, Yang, and Lei, tension is an ever-present force between the trio. With Ye now living in the inner circle, what will the consequences be? When one of the nightly satellite transmissions fails, Ye tries to report a fault she found in the maintenance reports, and discovers that Liu had originally identified the fault in his daily report, but crossed it out. Yang is unsurprised. Ye realizes that Liu is not lazy or incompetent, but is deliberately negligent, and Yang is completely aware of this. Liu hates being at Red Coast, and is doing everything passive-aggressive to rebel short of outright sabotage. Commissar Lei storms in, frustrated at the latest failure, and insists that Ye be promoted to head of transmission, replacing Liu. Yang isn't happy about that, but Lei reminds him that Red Coast must produce real results. There is tension between Yang and Lei due to the differing outlooks on Ye. Yang does not fully trust her, and Lei is keen to keep her in the group. Liu has been subtly slowing down production by removing the monitoring system and falsifying reports. From what we can see, it is a form of protest against Red Coast, and the lack of control he has had over his own destiny. Nevertheless, his negligence has consequences, and Lei is unimpressed as he is trying to ensure results are produced at Red Coast. Ye understands the logic that Liu is using and sympathizes with him, while also recognizing the correlation between politics and science. When she voices her opinions on Liu, Yang and Lei both look at her in shock. She has caught them off guard with her understanding of their game. For the first time, Ye is truly seen as an integral team member who is valuable not just for her knowledge and understanding of science, but also of the politics behind the mission which neither Liu or Yang were aware of. With the promotion of Ye to head of the transmission, the group dynamic is changed, and the focus is put on research and progress rather than revenge and petty office politics. It is clear that Ye has earned the respect of both Lei and Yang, and a greater appreciation for her role in Red Coast. When Lei finds Ye applying to upgrade the outdated equipment at Red Coast, he takes her more into his confidence and tells her what the project is really about. The satellite transmissions every night are test firings of concentrated microwave beams, which explains why hundreds of birds fall dead from the skies during firing every night, designed to destroy the enemy's spy satellites. This being the Cold War, the enemy here is the West, specifically the Americans. Now that Ye knows the true purpose of the mission, her opinion regarding Liu's passive protests gains more weight. She realizes that he is not being lazy, but is instead attempting to protect innocent lives. He understands the dangers of the concentrated microwave beams, so he is taking action, however subtle, to mitigate the repercussions of the project. Ye is surprised at the danger of the job, and her newfound knowledge of the true mission makes her more aware of the seriousness of her role as a member of the Red Coast team. Ye is now a part of the inner circle, and she is happy to take on the responsibility and work towards creating a successful project. Yang is less than cheerful about the circumstances, but understanding why. He is concerned about Lei's increasing control of the project, as well as Ye's role, because he knows a greater sinister agenda is hidden behind the scenes. The party has always been a driving force of the three-body problem, and whatever their true motives for the microwave beam tests are, Yang is concerned that the mission will only be used for the party's personal gain. Consequently, he and Lei both remain distant with Ye. Whatever knowledge she has regarding the party's motive, she is meant to remain in the dark and just do as told. Hence, the relationship between Ye, Yang, and Lei is a delicate one. They must constantly shift their roles and actions, ever discerning of what the other is thinking and feeling, in order to keep the mission afloat. Science Grandma, aka Ye Wenjie, is an enigma. She's calm and collected. She knows much more than she lets on, and is an integral part of Wang Miao's investigation into the three-body problem. When Wang Miao visits her, his intuition is correct to take her advice and read the book she recommends. Later, Xu Bingbing shows Wang Miao a paper with a reference to flying stars and celestial bodies as part of his research into the three-body problem game, and Wang Miao realizes that Science Grandma had referenced this same book a few times. Still, Science Grandma has remained completely silent about the real mission of Red Coast, which neither the elder Ye nor the younger have spoken about. This adds to the overall mysteriousness of the mission and implies deeper secrets lying underneath Red Coast. Although Science Grandma has been subtle, she has definitely been guiding Wang Miao in his investigation and showing him where to look. Moreover, Science Grandma's behavior when it comes to her daughter Yang Dong's death means that she is more than just an unassuming old woman. She's almost unconcerned by the death, and her appearance seems to imply that while she's currently in the outer circle of the main mission, there's a lot more going on in the background. It's clear she knows something, but just how much remains a mystery. Given how she's been acting, Shi Qiang surmises that Science Grandma is the linchpin of the whole problem. He feels that whatever Wang Miao needs to know regarding the matter, Science Grandma has it. That's why she had reacted in a specific way when it came to the conversation about Yang Dong. Shi Qiang believes that it was a subtle way of telling Wang Miao to pay attention to the details and the connections between them all. One of the most interesting questions to ask about Science Grandma is what happened over the intervening decades since her time at Red Coast. She was willing to stay at Red Coast, content with her role in the greater mission. But seemingly, something happened, and she returned to civilian life as a university professor, a mother, and then a retired old lady who tutors and babysits the local kids. Whatever changed over the years is still a mystery to be solved. There are numerous possibilities as to why Science Grandma left Red Coast and what happened in between her time there and now, and each possibility could have led to a different outcome. The question remains, however, what set Science Grandma on this strange path? Was it a single event that caused her to leave Red Coast and changed her life entirely? Or was it a series of events that shaped and changed her life gradually, until one day she realized that her future lay somewhere else? The fact remains that whatever ultimately led Science Grandma to leave Red Coast still remains a mystery. The only hint we have of what may have happened is the fact that her daughter, Yang Dong, passed away. Regardless of this being a single event that triggered her eventual departure from Red Coast, or just part of a longer chain of events, it sadly appears to be a major story element that was widely unaddressed over the course of the episode. In conclusion, the answers that have yet to be revealed regarding Science Grandma's intervening decades, of course, make her the linchpin of the investigation. Understanding the narrative present in her story could be the key to further understanding the greater mystery. Her role in the story has been complex, subtle, and intricate, but it is clear that she has a role to play that is larger than what is presently shown. Whatever she experienced in between must surely have been quite an adventure, and understanding that could be very important in unlocking the secrets at Red Coast. The episode belongs to Wang Zi1 as Young Ye Wen Jie, but the star of the show is Science Grandma and her seemingly unparalleled mystery. From her subtle guidance of Wang Miao in his quest for answers and her seeming inconsequentiality to the case, until now, Science Grandma has evidently been a central figure throughout this investigation. Unraveling what happened in the intervening decades of Science Grandma's absence and her role in Yang Dong's passing are key questions to this investigation. Her assurances that it is a story for another day fosters a great deal of speculation as to what the mystery entails, and further hints the presence of hidden truths that lie even further beneath the surface. Ultimately, this episode has opened up even more unanswered questions, and in this way, has been an effective way to unlock even more secrets as the mission and investigation progresses. From the startling revelation of Red Coast's real mission to the unexplained circumstances of Science Grandma's past, these unresolved issues each present an intriguing puzzle piece to the greater mystery. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to find out the answers to these questions, as well as many more to come. Your support means a lot and helps make videos like this happen, and you won't regret seeing what's in store for the three-body problem.